What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, former lightweight, now junior welterweight, Mexican-American superstar title contender, King Ryan Garcia. 24 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 24 wins by way of knockout, 25 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. Ryan Garcia situation with retired, legendary, iconic Hall of Fame Mexican-American superstar, 6th Division world champion, Olympic gold medalist, Oscar the Golden Boy De La Hoya, who is now founder of Golden Boy Promotions, CEO and founder of Golden Boy Promotions. Oscar De La Hoya is promoting Ryan Garcia. Oscar De La Hoya didn't handle Ryan Garcia's situation and career thus far, in my opinion, as of late, correctly. He hasn't supported Ryan Garcia the way I believe he should have, but nonetheless, Ryan Garcia is with Golden Boy Promotions, right? Oscar De La Hoya is not happy that Ryan Garcia signed with and on the dotted line to fight 3-division undefeated world champion, 5-time world champion superstar boxer who is widely acknowledged and recognized as one of the faces, if not the face of the sport of boxing, in Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis is now 29 wins, no loss and no draws, 27 big wins by way of knockout. He is 29 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach, right? The only loss on Ryan Garcia's resume was to Gervonta Tank Davis. Oscar De La Hoya knows that Ryan Garcia is not fully committed to the sport of boxing like he should be, and going into that fight with Gervonta Tank Davis was a marquee name and a marquee fight, but he wasn't ready. Oscar De La Hoya knew this, but because of all the antics and all of the bad publicity that Oscar De La Hoya applies to himself, he can't deliver the message properly, right? And so, with that said, he wasn't happy that Gervonta Tank Davis is with his biggest rival, the guy he fought in 2007, that was at the time the biggest fight in the sport of boxing history at that time, and now retired 5-division world champion, former pound-for-pound king, former pay-per-view king, the man formerly known as Pretty Boy, now formerly known as Money, known as TBE, the best ever, Floyd Mayweather Jr., retired 50 wins, no loss, no draw, 27 wins by way of knockout, beat more world champions than anybody in history of sport of boxing. Everybody knows that rivalry is deep-rooted between Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya. It's very, very deep-rooted, right? There's a lot of disdain towards one another due to a lot of jealousy in their careers. Floyd Mayweather wasn't happy how Oscar De La Hoya was perceived and promoted in his career, and he felt it was, he felt Oscar was a great fighter, but he felt like he was being mistreated, and Oscar was given he was given what he had. Then Floyd Mayweather, his talent spoke for itself. The cream rose to the crop, and Oscar De La Hoya got beat by Floyd Mayweather. So there's a lot of disdain and deep-rooted history there. So nonetheless, Gervonta Tank Davis is cutting the cloth of quote-unquote Floyd Mayweather, and Ryan Garcia is supposed to be the next Oscar De La Hoya. People forget just how great Oscar De La Hoya was as a fighter because all of the antics, the fishnets, the rehabs, all of these things, it just overshadows who he was as a fighter, right? And so he didn't keep a good image of himself after he retired, okay? And so he's looked at as a joke because one of his fighters, Canelo Alvarez, when he fought Floyd Mayweather, massive fight, Oscar De La Hoya couldn't be there. After promoting the fight, he ended up in rehab. All of these things overshadow Oscar De La Hoya's actual career. And so with that said, right, to add to it, he's now a promoter. He lost his stable of fighters to Floyd Mayweather and premier boxing champion, founder and advisor Al Heyman and the PBC and the stable of fighters. He lost his entire stable of fighters pretty much to them. Why? Because he was able to lose them. Why? Because he's not connected with his fighters and committed like he should be. So nonetheless, he promotes Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia fought Gervonta Tank Davis. Oscar was not happy. He conceded everything in Gervonta Tank Davis, which means in Oscar De La Hoya eyes, he conceded everything to Floyd Mayweather, Al Heyman, Showtime President of Sports Steven Espinosa, who was his lawyer. He promoted all the fights for Al Heyman. Steven Espinosa was his lawyer, and Floyd Mayweather was his biggest rival. Just imagine. And they took his whole and just pretty much his entire stable of fighters. So he felt like they conceded, that being Ryan, to them. He wasn't happy. Ryan, and then on top of that, Ryan Garcia wasn't committed to the sport. So he pretty much knew that Ryan was going to lose. So Ryan gets dropped in the second round and stopped in the seventh round. The fight does extremely well. 1.2 million pay-per-view buys, $23 million at the live gate, which means it's the fifth highest gate in Las Vegas boxing history. Both fighters reportedly earned over $30 million. It's very successful, but he ain't happy. He didn't make $30 million. Oscar been doing million pay-per-view buys, so he wasn't happy. And so he didn't show up to the post-fight press conference. Massive mistake. Regardless if you didn't like it, you don't like the outcome or not, you're supposed to show up for your fighter. He didn't show up. Terrible. Open the door for Floyd Mayweather to come in. Floyd Mayweather acts as now an advisor to Ryan Garcia, giving him advice, helping him train, helping him focus. And recently, he came back after the Tank Davis loss. He fought Oscar Duarte. He knocked him out. And the trajectory he was on was, building himself back up. He's with now well-renowned two-time trainer, future Hall of Famer Derrick James. He's had 3 Hall of Fame trainers in his career. The first one, as far as a Hall of Fame trainer, was Joe Goosen initially. Then he switched to Eddie Reynoso, two-time trainer, future Hall of Famer. Then he switched to back to Joe Goosen, right? Then he lost to, and he had issues with that. He stated that Eddie Reynoso didn't have time for him. Canelo was acting as a mentor and a big brother to him. He and Canelo had a falling out. Eddie Reynoso said that he had time. Ryan just wasn't showing up. So he had those issues, right? Then he went to Joe Goosen, Hall of Fame trainer. Went for Tank Davis. Lose to Tank Davis. Joe Goosen didn't even show up for the post-fight press conference. Clearly, Ryan wasn't committed. Now he's with Derrick James. After he beat Oscar Duarte, says that he wants to fight the likes of Rolly Romero. He's not ready for the Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney's of the world. Rolly Romero says, you know something? I'm not fighting Ryan Garcia, right? I want to fight 4-division world champion superstar boxer Adrian the Problem Broner. Ryan Garcia puts up a poll about fighting Rolly or Devin. Rolly says, I'm not fighting you. Already told you that. Devin says, why you need to put up a poll when I'm free and you free? He and Devin Haney have a deep-rooted history. They fought 6 times in the amateurs. Devin Haney is highly decorated, undefeated 2-division champion, undisputed lightweight champion, and the reigning WBC junior welterweight champion. So it's an opportunity to fight for a title. He's undefeated, 31 wins, no loss, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout. He's a top 10 pound-for-pound fighter. What more do you want? You got another opportunity and another marquee fight to fight for an official world title now. Never fought for a world title. Obviously never won it. You have to be in it to win it. You have an opportunity to fight a guy you're familiar with. There's a history, another big pay-per-view event, and for a world title. He says that he's going to make it happen. He asks Oscar De La Hoya, directs him to begin negotiations for a fight with Devin Haney. Oscar De La Hoya get in deep negotiations with Devin Haney. And what does Ryan Garcia do? You got it. He goes and meets with Floyd Mayweather, goes shopping with Floyd Mayweather, go to events with Floyd Mayweather, go works out and train with Floyd Mayweather. And then the next thing you know, he's talking about he don't no longer want to fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney and father, trainer, and manager Bill Haney, CEO of DHP, Devin Haney Promotions, Bill Haney has a spat going on with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather obviously is going to be spiteful. and he has a vested interest as Rolly is a associate with Mayweather Promotions. So he directs him to fight Rolly and clearly convinced Rolly to fight Ryan. Ryan then changes his tune. I'm not fighting Devin Haney. I'm directing him to fight against Rolly. Oscar De La Hoya is baffled. It goes viral. Him and Floyd Mayweather walking. Floyd Mayweather co-signs him as top 3 pound-for-pound faces of the sport of boxing. When he done nothing. He done one pay-per-view, and that was linked to the other 2 guys that he had. And that's Gervonta Tank Davis. Right? Outside of Gervonta Tank Davis, what pay-per-views and sold-out events did Ryan Garcia do? None. The truth of the matter is, he done none. He did none before Tank Davis and none after him. The Oscar Duarte fight was not on pay-per-view. So what did he do? None. But Floyd Mayweather co-signs him as one of the top 3 faces of the sport of boxing. Cool. Right? Now Rolly pulls out the negotiations because Ryan cited that one of the reasons he wasn't negotiating with Devin because Devin thought it should have been Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, as it should be. Devin Haney has accomplished more. He's sold more. He's more proven than Ryan Garcia, right? So now Rolly wants his credit and just due because he did a massive pay-per-view. Tank's highest pay-per-view without Ryan is his fight with Rolly. And Rolly is a world champion. And Ryan never fought for a world title. So he wants to be treated correctly. Rolly pulls out. They try to negotiate with Isaac Pitbull Cruz, another fighter that Gervonta Tank Davis fought. Isaac Cruz pulls out. They're not paying. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Insert former unified junior welterweight world champion, Mexican superstar, boxer, and still title contender, newly crowned Golden Boy Promotions fighter, Jose Carlos Ramirez, who is 28 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 18 wins by way of knockout, 31 years of age, 5'10" with a 72-inch arm reach. That 1 loss came at the hands of Josh Taylor back in May of 2021 in an undisputed showdown. With that said, Jose Ramirez is a heavy hitter. And now, Ryan Garcia, that run he took with Floyd Mayweather has backfired on him. Because now, Floyd Mayweather advised you to fight Rolly. Rolly prices himself out, quote unquote, according to Ryan and according to Oscar. Now, guess what? Now you have to fight Jose Ramirez. In another fight that's not going to be on pay-per-view. It's not a marquee fight. It's a big fight, but it's not a marquee fight. Now you have to fight Jose Ramirez, which is a tougher fight than Rolly. Not as much stylistically as Devin Haney, but a tougher fight than Rolly, a former unified champion. So essentially, you lose to Jose Ramirez because now Ryan has losing choices of opponents. Isaac Cruz pulls out. Rolly pulls out. Who are you going to fight now? Who are you going to fight now? Teofimo Lopez, Jermaine Ortiz is fighting. Devin Haney, you going to go back to that negotiations? Are they going to have you now? Since you downplayed them and watered them down? Now what you going to do? You're going to fight Jose Ramirez. Extremely tough fight. So Floyd Mayweather might have just got you your second loss of your career. And it's not even a marquee mega fight. Devin Haney is going to be a marquee mega fight on pay-per-view. Rolly be a pay-per-view event because Rolly sells the fight. Jose Ramirez, he ain't going to sell the fight. He's just a hard hat, lunch pail, committed. You could count on him, durable fighter that has heavy hands and is way more experienced. He ain't gonna get flustered by your hand speed, and he's just as big as you. That might have worked against Ryan Garcia in the worst way, unless they can find an opponent a low-level opponent again, to put him in the ring with. Again, another non-marquee fight, another non-pay-per-view fight. Let's see how this unfolds and plays out. Floyd Mayweather might have just given Ryan Garcia bad advice. Because that situation with Rolly didn't work out. Now, you got to fight Jose Ramirez? Man, oh man. Ryan Garcia got the talent to beat Jose Ramirez. But when I say committed, he going to have to over-commit it for Jose Ramirez. Believe that. He ain't Oscar Duarte. Not at all. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon, and get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. So all I got for y'all. I'm gone. Peace.